Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to another Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue with the second set of semi-final number 2, EST week 3, season 3, and week 1 of 2026. This is a very nice Starcraft tournament, English cast exclusively by Namkraft. We will have 64 players duking out in brackets format into the semi-finals. We will have best of 1, but from the semi-finals onward, we will have best of 3. And very exciting times. Let me just quickly remind you, this tournament has been going on for about 2 seasons already. So what is that, like 4 months, right? Because each season is about 2 months-ish, with a bit of a break in between. And so far, here are the EST's best performances. You can see that right now, Soma and Light are the best players. I mean, it makes sense too, because they're the best players elo-wise. So here's the current elo scores. Light number 1 at 1421, Soma number 4 at 1385. The map is knockout. We will have Effort at the bottom right of the screen, going for 1200 expansion. On the other side, Leta playing to his standard self here, going for barracks in base to try to wall himself up possibly, and then go for quick factory into double starport. Leta has been transitioning away from his double starport build lately. He's shown that he is quite resilient and resourceful in the kind of various build that he can do. Anyways, let me just quickly show you some other information. So here are the win rates of the players. As you can see, Leta there hasn't played much against Zerg. He's only won 1 game out of 3. And as for Effort, he's been doing decent against Terran, 55% win rate. There's the early gas as expected. And I guess that's what I can show you. I want to show you something else. This is the medal ranking of the ASLs. Maybe I put that away, excuse me. Maybe this one I should do it like that, yeah. So what you can see here is the accomplishments of the 4 players by rounds of ASL. Going from the left bar all the way towards the right bar, you will see, for example, Effort. He's been in 11 ASL, he's been in 10 round of 16, and he's been in 5 quarterfinals, and he's won gold 1 time, as evidenced by the golden color. So anyways, that's what it is. I'm just gonna put this photo away. There is that early vulture harassment potential, so the sunken will go down. This is a bit of an early sunken, I should say. Maybe we didn't really get the timing correctly, but the Marines are moving across the map. We have a Zerling that will spot this. I guess the sunken is not meant to deflect the vulture, it's meant to deflect the Marines. SCV is gonna snipe, and with that the Marines will back up. On the other side, we will have a single Zerling just to check. Look at that SCV just completely frozen in time there. And the vulture is gonna come out double starport, so this is the Leta build. Let's see what he prepares. We have burrow technology very early on, so Effort has read Leta like a book. But this Overlord will be able to hide in the corner once again, providing a bit of a vision here from Effort. Second vulture on the move. The vultures will try to get on the high ground, but some Zerlings are blocking with that Overlord. I guess the Overlord is not going to be blocking per se, he will just be hanging out here. Burrow technology is about to complete. Double starport are done. Raids about 75% done. Spire will be way too late to this. It looks like vultures are having a run by now. They will try to go in the corner. We still have how many vultures remaining? 1 vulture down. His other vulture will be hiding in the corner trying to catch those drones, and he does get 1 drone. He might get another one. He does get another. No, good burrow at just the right moment to pull those drones away. Maybe Effort has forgotten that his burrow research is completed. And now we'll have 2 raids moving across the map. As you can see, Spire very late. So they might as well go and attack right onto those Overlords. Overlords free for the taking. Alright, decided to go for the drone. This is a mistake. You don't want to be going for the drone. You need to catch those overlords as soon as possible. They're all trying to fly away. The Spire has completed and massive mutualist. We have Cloak. Cloak is being researched. It will not be on time to deflect this attack, but at least he will get a few overlords in the corner. He's trying to go for it, and then he will go out and hide, as you can see. Okay, making mutas right away, not Scourges. There are the Scourges. Looks like the raids are hiding in the corner as the Scourges are making their ways across the map. Do we have turrets? We won't have any turrets for the time being. I guess the answer is to hide them until Cloak becomes available. But Mutalists are going to be coming other ways. You can see the Mutalists are not here, but the raids are trying to run away. Is Cloak ready? Cloak not yet ready. He's going to try to find an opening. What happened to the other raids? I remember there were a few other raids. He's going to have to hide in the corner. One raid down. I think it was, yeah, it was just one raid down. But now Cloak will kick in, and now he will try to go for the attack. He get one Scourges down. He should have gone the other one as well. But now Mutants are underway. And there's going to be a small engagement outside at the expansion. Alright, not able to cleanly go and have a one-shot attack. Raids doing a nice attack against the Scourges. But now we have how many raids remaining? We still have 4. Nice micro by Leta. 2 more raids joining. These raids are not upgraded. The Mutalists also will be upgrading themselves very soon. An SCV in the corner is gonna get sniped. In the main base of Leta, more raids coming out. Keep in mind that he doesn't have an expansion. As for effort, he is not making another expansion anytime soon, just sticking with his Mutalist and Overlord with speed. In the main base of Leta, engineering bay around 95% complete now. He's got a few Marines. We're gonna be waiting anxiously for the next Cloak raids versus Mutas battle. Looks like we have 10 Mutas against what looks to me like possibly 8 raids. There's the third base now coming down from effort. Things are looking quite nice for effort, actually. The supply differential is not that much. We will have the first turret though, so at least these locations will be covered. A single turret at the expansion is going to get sniped. The raids are not engaging. They will come forward now. Cloak underway. Where are the overlords? There they are, coming from the backside. Another turret. But look at this. The Mutas has been caught by the raids, and even now with the overlords, I think they are a lot less in numbers in terms of Mutalists versus raids. Good attack here. We still have about 8 Mutalists remaining. They are quite damaged. The commentated will land. More raids coming underway. No additional forces at all. What is the plan to go from here? I mean, this build from Leta is so intricate, it's so difficult to follow for mere mortals like us. I guess we'll just play raids until one of, the second base complete, and then we will make mass barracks. Maybe that's gonna be the name of the game. Overlord checking for the expansion because, as you know, Leta loves to go for hidden command center with this double raids build. Alright, Mutalists are sweeping themselves up into 2 groups. The first group has got 11 Mutas. The second group has got a few more. We might have also Zerling's attack, but we do have a bunker with 2 Marines. Factory has landed. We shall expect to see possibly the add-on. This Overlord has found a very nice sweet spot to hide. And 11 raids moving across the map. With 11 raids, you can definitely one-shot your enemies' drones. Let's see if Leta will spot this. He's flying into the creep. He has seen the drone. He will get 2 drones, 3 drones. He gets very nicely done. The drones could not burrow in time, but now we will have 11 Mutas here with some Overlords and another group of 7 Mutas. They will try to catch the raids. The raids will need to go into cloak mode as soon as possible. In the main base, there's only one turret. There's an overlord here trying to catch, and you need to go for the overlord. Nice one-shotting the overlord. And now we can chase those mutas away. Remaining overlords are very far away. Nice micro, but they might get surrounded now. The raids are all targeted by the mutas. They need to try to find a way to fly home. Alright, we still have about 11 raids remaining, and more raids are going to get made. Now it's going to be science vessels and turrets. I think that effort says the moment is now. I will dive in and kill all of your buildings. A single science vessels come out. Raids are here, but we have 2 overlords to spot. Marines are not numerous enough. How many mutas remaining? I think just about 7 or 8. Additional mutas are not joining battle. The raids are still very strong. The last of the turrets has been kept. And as you can see, Leta has won the battle, which is kind of surprising. Usually the splash damage from the mutas are way too strong. You can see these overlords are dying very fast. Oh my god, Leta has struck a gold mine. He will now snipe about 7 overlords. But additional mutas are coming from the backside. These raids have been damaged. They are so red. Look at how far those raids gotta be flying. Always use the top right. One raid is gonna return though. Leta could not catch those raids, but now he will catch them. One raid has got cloak, but no longer. What is the balance sheet after the battle is over? Leta 75 supply, effort behind about 20 supply. New base for effort's got 3 gas. And he's gonna be making hive and Zerling with speed. Interesting. Efficient chamber coming down. From the Terran side, we're gonna be having scanners and additional barracks. More raids are gonna get massacred. I don't understand what is the plan here for Leta. I guess transitioning into the Marines is a good idea, but from the Zerg side, what kind of forces do we have? We have a scan now from Leta. He has seen the double bases. He will know what kind of tech is coming underway. A single overlord is gonna get destroyed. What is the plan here for Leta? Leta loses a raid, but he killed an overlord. And now Marines are moving across the map. This bio is quite a scary force. Do we have lurkers? Just a bunch of hydras. I think effort has stayed with the mutas for way too long, and now this bio push is looking quite scary. You need to have either defilers or massive lurkers right now, which he does, and defiler mount is late. Alright, he's morphing the defiler. We need to have more he's morphing the lurkers. We need to have more lurkers even. This high ground position is easy to hold, but this base down here is going to be quite problematic. But the thing is, we have this ditch right here, so the Marines will be on a low ground. The battle is about to begin. The mutants are trying to buy some time. They will try to go for the sunsets of great irradiate, but these mutants are damaged from before anyways. Looks like Marines are about to come in right now. Is it going to be successful? No, he's going to try to decide to turn back. Maybe it's better for the Terran side to try to get an expansion right now. Upgrades on Terran side is +1 weapons. From the Zerg side, no upgrades yet. You can see some of the additional upgrades are coming along the way. This base is nicely protected. I believe there are 3 lurkers. That's plenty to defend this area. There's commanders coming out from Leta, and once again we will have ourselves another long game. Marines checking for the top right in case there could be a hidden expansion inside of Effort's main base. He is deep in the defense. I mean, he needs to make a lot of scourges because at around this time we will have some kind of drop play from the Terran player. But looks like Leta is not yet entertaining that idea. He's making rather a couple of science vessels. Alright, Mutus getting caught in the middle of the map here, losing 2 Mutus. And a great irradiate to really kill him out. As you can see, we don't have any more responses. He's not even swapping his Mutus, now he does. Supply-wise, effort behind by about 45 supply. Alright, look at those doubles. Defiler losing themselves here, but we're gonna be having Dark Swarm. Do we have an expansion from Terran side? This commentator is coming up very slowly. Another scan. And Marines are camping on the outer side. Once again, a very, very nice strategy from Leta, just like the first game. He doesn't assault the front door right away. Instead, he's chosen to put pockets of forces controlling the various corridors. In case the Zerg decide to break out, he will have enough buffer zone to cover their tracks. This commentator will land, and then after that, we will have another commentator getting made. So double expanding from Leta, just like the first game. Will he have more success? That is the question. Scourges in position. I think really the way to play this as Terran is to make sure do not send way too many forces to the same Zerg defense position. Just like in the first game where he sends 12 tanks just to assault the same one base. It would not work. You need to be, for example, keeping 1 or 2 tanks to the first wave, the first line of defense, and then you need to store a few more tanks on the other side of the map in case the first line has been broken. That is the way to play against Zerg. Anyways, Leta's main base seems to be mined out very soon. He will expand. He is triple expanding. Whereas Effort is just sitting inside with his 3 bases. Now I need to break out into the open. He would try to do so. A bit of scan here from Leta just to see where the enemy is located. Marines in stop position. Nice idea. That medic is so damaged. There, the Hydra's coming across the map. Do we have Defiler? There he is. He doesn't actually need Defiler. Just walk across the bridge. Alright, the first line of defense has been broken. What is Leta's response? He pulls back and waits for reinforcements. He needs to find that great Defiler hiding in the backside. There it is. Defiler will be sniped, but he will cast a second Dark Swarm possibly. No, we don't see it yet, and as you can see, Terran controlling the map very nicely. 60 supply differential between the two players. SCV is getting transferred towards the new location, setting up at the top left of the map. The next wave of Hydras is here. Leta's forces are quite disparate. He needs to get the high ground position. He sniped the Defiler. Great snipe, but now what is the plan? He will stay inside the Dark Swarm. Very interesting. Without Zerling, those Hydras could not attack the Marines. But now we'll have a Lurker. On the other side of the map, Marines are closing in to snipe those Hydras without the Defiler support. This location is not yet been covered. Now the Lurker will get those Marines sniped. Leta has been semi-successful in containing the enemy, but now effort will break out, so we're seeing a similar situation like the first game. Scientists are coming out to irradiate whatever they can find. If we get the 2 Lurkers, nice targets. Behind this, the next wave of Marines and tanks are coming out. Whoever switch into mech, it is going to be just 1 factory and 1 additional factories. Alright, Hydras are broken down on the southern side, but we will have Marines to intercept. This is a small group of Hydras without the support of Defilers. SCV is getting transferred towards the top left. We might have another expansion coming up now from Leta. He needs to start to make barracks and factories at various locations. I love this kind of a play from Leta. It's very novel. It is not a mech switch. He is sticking to bio, that's for sure, but the way he plays is very resourceful. He's not banging his head against a very, very stubborn Zerg defense. Instead, he's decided to create layers after layers of attack and defense forces. They're very nimble. They could attack if they wishes to, and when there's a Defiler casting a Dark Swarm, they will back up and become the next defensive line. Hydras are moving across the map to clear this first area. Alright, Leta might be in trouble. His defenses have been broken, but now he's trying to set up more locations. He will have, once again, this is not advised. You don't want to be having 6 or 7 tanks clumped up together. You need to spread them out in different locations, and now Hydras are moving towards the top left. We do have some Marines on the high ground positioned. Alright, this hatchery might fall. Getting the first Lurker destroyed, it was a great idea. The Science Sisters are so numerous. Lurkers will fall very, very quickly. We have an irradiate. The Defiler could not cast anything. Effort was late, but he's gonna attack against this location. This Commentated will fall together with all of the SCVs. But behind this hatchery has been sniped. This is a hatchery without gas. So maybe Effort doesn't really mind losing it, but this Commentated losing will be a detrimental blow to his efforts. No pun intended. More Defiler coming across the map. This game is as crazy as the first game, if not more. We need to have something to clean up those tanks. We need to have the second line of Dark Swarm. He does get a plague, but what is the next move? Alright, Hydras come out here to burn down those locations, but we need to have another base for Zerg side now. Marines are moving across the map. There are no defenses here. Where are the Zerg forces? He's gonna eat. He will cast one Lurker. That Lurker is trying to hide behind the Dark Swarm. Both of the Lurkers has been destroyed. And now the rest of the forces can just march on to the high ground position. Zerglings are not attacking the tank. One tank down. The second tank is still alive. That Hydra is gonna get splashed upon. They will pull back right now. We have a Defiler on this high ground position. Looks like Effort is slipping, not paying attention, but now he's gonna be within reach of those bunkers. More bunkers are coming down. They need to get the SCVs building that additional bunkers. He's trying to get the Marines, but the Hydras are out of the Dark Swarm. More battles on this front side. No more army from Effort. He could not assault the top left successfully, and now he's just barely trying to hold on. The fighter need to come out here to create an opening. More forces trying to secure the top left. As you can see, Effort is being quite clumsy. He's on the low ground. Zerglings are getting sent across. You need to have some splash damage. Defiler will cast a Dark Swarm, and all of those tanks will be surrounded. This is a great idea to trade all of those expensive tanks. But is it a bit too late? I'm not so sure, because now we are still just on 3 bases from Effort. Huge Terran army moving across the map. We got +1 weapons on the tanks. Marines have 3-2. Zerglings are trying to intercept. We need to hurry up. The Defiler is not arriving way too soon. We have one Lurker only. A single Lurker can support this. He needs to put down the Dark Swarm. He is not putting down the Dark Swarm. What is he doing? He is not doing anything at all. Reinforcements are late. We have an attack onto this high ground position. Those signs are so damage, but look at the D-Matrix tanks. And relentless pressure coming from Leta. He's about to break the Zerg side. We have Lurkers on the low ground. Not enough Defilers. GG from Effort. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.